Hello everyone. So, have you ever wondered what makes a weapon AI powered? So, most people imagine bigger explosions or futuristic robots, but that's not what makes artificial intelligence a revolutionary. The real revolution is not how much damage a weapon can cause, it's in how the decisions are made. For centuries, military technology evolved by making weapons more powerful, more accurate, or faster. Today, artificial intelligence introduces something fundamentally different. It allows the software to assist whom humans and in some cases potentially perform parts of the decisions process that were traditionally carried out by humans. So, according to the US Department of Defense Directive 3000.09, autonomy in weapons, autonomy in weapon systems concerns how systems perform functions with different levels of human involvement. So, likewise, the International Committee of the Red Cross (ICRC) emphasized that the growing use of autonomous functions raises important humanitarian and legal questions. This isn't simply another weapon upgrade; it's a new way of conducting the warfare. Okay, so history shows that every major military revolution changed not only the weapons but the civilization itself. The invention of gunpowder transformed the medieval warfare, and the industrialization introduced the tanks, aircrafts, and the mechanized armies. Nuclear weapons changed the global strategy through the deterrence. Then came the information age, where data became as valuable as ammunition. Now we are entering another era, the age of the intelligent warfare. According to the Hudson Institute, artificial intelligence is becoming one of the defining military technologies of the 21st century because it dramatically accelerates the information processing and decision making. The next revolution isn't about the firepower, it's all about the intelligence. So, what exactly is military AI? So, at its very core, military AI is not a weapon, it's a decision making technology. Imagine thousands of the cameras and radar systems, satellites, infrared sensors, and communication networks constantly collecting information. Artificial intelligence processes this enormous amount of the data, identifies the meaningful patterns, tracks the objects, classifies the potential targets, and provides recommendation to the military operators. The NATO AI strategy describes AI as a technology that can improve the situational awareness and support faster, more informed decisions. Notice something important here. The AI isn't necessarily pulling the trigger, it is helping humans understand the battlefield faster than ever before. These three terms are often confused, but they mean very different things. Automation follows the predefined rules. Think about an automatic a washing machine or cruise control in a car. It performs a task exactly as programmed. Artificial intelligence goes one step further. Instead of simply following rules, it analyzes the data, recognizes the patterns, and adopts its responses based on what it observes. Finally, autonomy refers to how independently a system can operate within its intended design. An autonomous system may perform tasks with little or no immediate human intervention, depending on how it has been designed and authorized. According to the OECD, AI principles. NATO and the US Department of Defense, these distinctions are essential when discussing military AI. Understanding these differences is the foundation for understanding AI powered weapons. Let's see how an AI enabled weapons actually works. Everything begins with the sensors. These sensors might include the cameras, radar, infrared systems, GPS, or satellite feeds. The collected information is then analyzed by the AI models, trained to recognize the objects and the patterns. Then next comes the target recognition. So the system attempts to identify whether an object is, for example, a civilian vehicle, a military vehicle, or an other object of the interest. The AI can then provide decision support by prioritizing threats or recommending actions. So finally, depending on the system and its level of autonomy, a human operator or the system itself executes the response. As described in the US Department of Defense Responsible AI Strategy and Research by RAND RAND, AI transforms enormous amounts of battlefield data into actionable information within seconds. So, a common misconception is that all AI weapons operate completely on their own. In reality, there is a spectrum of human control. The first level is human in the loop, where every engagement requires human authorization. Next, human on the loop, where AI performs many functions while a human supervises and can intervene if necessary. So, finally, there is a human out of loop where a system may operate without real time human intervention within the parameters it has been designed for. The ICRC, the United Nations Convention on the Certain Conventional Weapons, and the US Department of Defense all discuss these varying levels of the human involvement. So instead of asking whether AI controls the weapons, a better question might be how much authority do humans choose to delegate? Another widespread myth is that every AI enabled weapon is an autonomous weapon. That isn't true at all. So many military systems today use AI to assist the human operators. For example, AI may help detect the objects, recommend the targets, or analyze surveillance. Uh, and while the final decision remains with the human, so the fully autonomous systems represent only one end of much broader spectrum. According to the ICRC, NATO, and scholars writing in the Georgetown Journal of the International Affairs, distinguishing between AI assisted and autonomous systems is essential for understanding current debates about the military AI. The question isn't simply whether AI is involved, the question is who ultimately decides. Military AI is no longer confined to research laboratories. It is already being integrated into the defense systems around the world. The United States has invested in projects such as Project Maven, which uses AI to analyze the imagery. China has publicly discussed the concept of the intelligentized warfare, emphasizing the growing role of AI in future military operations. India, through organizations such as DRDO, has demonstrated AI related work involving the drones and swarm technology. While Pakistan has also expanded research through institutions including the National Center of Artificial Intelligence, supporting AI research relevant to national defense. According to CIPRI, AI has become a strategic priority for many countries because future military competitiveness increasingly depends on information superiority. Military AI is no longer experimental, it is becoming operational. So, why all of this matter? Because warfare has always rewarded whoever can understand the battlefield first. Artificial intelligence dramatically shortens the time required to detect the threats and analyze information, coordinate forces, and support the decisions. The Hudson Institute argues that AI compresses military decisions cycle, allowing commanders to react much faster than traditional processes. Research from RAND, CSIS, and CIPRI also highlights AI's role in improving the situational awareness, operational coordination, and multi-domain operations. In future conflicts, speed may become decisive advantage, not just the speed of weapons, but the speed of understanding. So today we have learned that AI doesn't simply make weapons smarter. It changes how military decisions are made. We have explored the difference between automation, AI, and autonomy. We have seen how AI processes the battlefield, information, supports decision making, and already being adopted by militaries around the world. But this raises an even bigger question. If artificial intelligence can coordinate one weapon, what happens when the thousands of enabled drones communicate, adapt, and operate together? So that's exactly what we will explore in the next episode. Drone swarms. How hundreds of autonomous drones could overwhelm modern defenses. If you found this episode valuable, subscribe to Upload Decoded, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.